Yo, what's going on, guys? It is time for another reaction video, and it will be part of my American React series, and I'll be reacting to what Estonians think about USA. So I'm sure this will be another interesting one. I'm really enjoying doing all of these ones where it's seeing what other people from other countries think about the US. Sometimes things that are said are on point, and some of them are just kind of laughable because I'm like, oh, that couldn't be further from the truth. So I never really take any offense to any of the things that are brought up in these videos, and I hope that the comments I make never offend you in any way. If they do, I apologize now, but please don't take it that way. It's everything I'm just kind of coming off the top of my head as I see these videos. So before we jump into the video though, this video is coming from a YouTube channel, Arthur. I don't know if this is Rihi or Ray, but if you enjoy this video, go subscribe to his channel. I couldn't make my video if he didn't have this video. So I'm sorry, I threw an H in your name. If it's just Arthur, my apologies for mispronouncing your name. I will be also featuring this video on my website, All About the Life, which is a collection of videos that I actually consume from YouTube, as well as some additional ones. Yeah, so I'll be throwing you on there. I hope you don't mind that I use your video for reaction. Let's go ahead and get into what Estonians think of the USA.
Hello, my friends. My name is Artur and I come from Estonia.
Yep, I pronounced it wrong. My apologies. It's Arthur.
Are you American? And by that I mean, are you from the United States of the America? Well, then I have a surprise for you, my friend, because this is What Do Estonians Think About USA? USA! USA! USA is like this huge, big powerhouse of a country that Estonia has looked up for since we were occupied by the Soviets. Or even in the 1920s, when we were free, we still looked up to the US and wanted to be like them. So if Finland is Estonia's big brother, US is like Estonia's big, huge uncle that we wanna be like, and that never gives us the attention we want to. Sad, we're lonely here in Eastern Europe. Ever since the fall of the Soviet Union, US has become like the protector of Eastern Europe and the Baltics and Estonia. US even has many hundreds of troops in Estonia right now in case Russia should attack. Of course, many hundreds of troops won't do any bad to Russia. They will probably all die. I know it's sad, but at least then US is involved in the war because Russia killed their troops. So
when was this made? 2018, so it's a couple years old.
We like independence and we like democracy, which America is like the king of. Estonia really suffered under the Soviet Union, so when we got free in the 91, we wanted democracy. And what country do we look at? Of course the America, the USA, because they were the leading country in democracy in the world. And they still are, I think. We have this opinion of USA as this dreamland where everything is made out of gold and everything is possible, and a friendly Uncle Sam is like giving out dollar bills to everyone who wants them, and we want them. We're like, give me some, I want some.
I wouldn't say it's quite like that, but there is assistance where it's needed.
Of course, thinking about USA as dreamland, everyone wants to go there to study, you know. If we have this like foreign year thing in Estonia, basically. In European Union you can go, it's easy, but most of us want to go to USA. And none of us get to go because it's always filled. The spots are already taken, you know. Everyone wants to have their gap year or leap year in America, in USA, to spend 1 year in the dreamland and get a part of that lifestyle, you know. Estonians actually follow US political systems, cultural systems, everything. The movies come from USA. It's like a cult, you know. Oh, it's made in Hollywood. Hollywood, that's like huge. It's heaven, basically.
This guy loves America as much as Americans love America. It's pretty cool though, because so far all the ones I've done, I said this in some of the other ones, not necessarily that people have like a huge negative connotation based around America, but a lot of times they don't have a lot of positive things to say. And so this video is quite opposite in that it literally seems like most everything he's saying so far has been positive.
Estonians have no idea what it is. I actually live in Hollywood. Estonians have no idea what it is, and they have this idea that it's wonderful and it's heavenly, and basically Jesus and God walks side by side in the street, and it's a place where everything comes true. And this symbolizes actually Estonian opinion of USA in general. Most of us think that it's a wonderful country that is helping a little Baltic Estonia out. Or Nordic, I don't know which one you prefer. Slavic Estonia, woo! Also, we look at the USA as a military system because Estonia is actually the only country in NATO whose military spending is 2.1% of the GDP. We strongly want to stay in NATO because we need NATO's help against Russia. So we look at US for our military defense, and since US is kinda on our side right now, we're big friends. Also, since Estonia is like the underdog against Russia, you know, we're so small and still fighting for our independence against the big and mighty Russia. It's a perfect story for a hero like America, like a Superman, Super America, Captain America, to come and rescue us from this evil monster which is Russia. So it's a perfect story, everyone fits in perfectly. Now, I'm leaving out my personal opinions in this video. I'm speaking about how general Estonians think about this stuff and America. And when I say America, I do mean USA. I personally have no issue with Russia. I like the country, I like the people, and I like the culture. But I have been so positive right now. I also have to talk about the stereotypes. What does a typical Estonian think about a typical American? Well, of course, you get the worldwide known stereotypes like Americans are stupid and fat and arrogant. Well, these are the stereotypes Estonians also have for Americans. But they don't carry as much negativity in Estonia. And also, not all Americans are like that. Duh. While it is true that America, I mean USA, is the leading country in obesity in the world, it still makes up the very minority of the population. We Estonians don't care much about that. We love McDonald's. Actually, McDonald's is one of the best burger places in Estonia, I would say. It was one of the first one, and it's still my favorite. By the way, if any Estonians are watching...
My thoughts on McDonald's have been discussed many times over. Don't really care for it.
This McDonald's in America is considered... It's considered one of the worst places to go. I cannot speak about USA without speaking about Donald Trump. What do Estonians think about Trump? We as a small nation in the Baltics, well, since Trump has said that he doesn't understand why US has to protect other countries from Russia, then he has said that he might pull out the troops from Estonia, which means that we Estonians have a negative opinion about Trump because we need these troops, we need to protect ourselves against the big bear, which is Russia. Otherwise, Estonians are very conservative, almost in anything. Very conservative, very grumpy, don't like much change. And Trump tends to represent that old-fashioned lifestyle, which Estonians actually might kind of like. But since the pulling out the troops thing is there, we can't ignore it. So there's that. To sum up this video, I would say that Estonians love USA. They really do. Almost every aspect of it. Everything you can imagine. Our last president was almost American. I mean, he was kind of American. People actually accused him of being American. Well, doesn't matter. There are some negative opinions, but you almost don't notice them against all the positive that we think about America. America is the land of the dream, the land of the rich, the land where everything is possible, and definitely Estonians who are very hardworking and white, they have made really good in America. If they went, people who immigrated to America from Estonia before USSR occupied Estonia, these people have children now and they have children, so we have 3 generations of Estonians in America who have really made it with their hard work. They have businesses, houses, families, and it's amazing. So yeah, if you are American, you must be smiling now after hearing all these good things about your country, because the world usually doesn't speak that good about America.
Kind of what I said at the beginning of the video, his seems to be a lot more positive than a lot of the ones I've reacted to so far. It's why I haven't had to say much in this one, is because I feel like his viewpoint is a little bit closer to what I guess I would assume that people think of us, as opposed to what people actually think of us.
Middle East. But we are fine with you. So hey, if you're American, press that like button and we can like each other together. Woo! My friends, thank you for watching. Wherever you're from, a new thing is that you can actually send me letters now. Fan mail, whatever you want to send me. Write something in the letter, write a funny joke, write where you're from.
Since he's bringing that up, and I don't really tell people much in my videos, but actually every single one of my videos, as well as the about section of my YouTube, I do have a mailing address listed there. So if anybody ever wants to send me anything, that's where you can send it.
What do you do, you know, and send it to me. My address is in the description, or it's 1745 Wilcox Avenue, Hollywood, California, 90028. So you can just send me stuff. I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna feature your stuff in the video. You can be sure about that. Also, if you are American, I would be happy if you would share this video with your American friends. Would be cool if more Americans would see this Estonian opinion, you know, because we're so small and no one gives a shit about us, so please, let's change that. Please press the subscribe button also. I'm really struggling here. YouTube is making it very hard for small channels.
Like I said at the beginning of the video, again, go subscribe to his channel, because if I didn't have his video right now to do a reaction to, I couldn't be making this video. So
Smaller channels, which I am also compared to the big ones. So help me out, press the subscribe.
we see something. He says smaller channel. He must have had some growth since the time this video came out, because he's at 322,000 subscribers and I'm only at 14,000 myself. So maybe I need to get some of his viewers to subscribe to me.
And also, if you're interested about my life, my Instagram is Art Gray. You can go and follow me. But as always, my friends, until my next video, stay cool and bye-bye.
I enjoyed that video. It was a little bit more lighthearted than some of the other ones. It seems to be that Estonians have a fairly positive view of America and appreciate the help that has been given to them. Makes me want to actually learn a little bit more about Estonia, because I really honestly don't know much about them at all. But for a country that apparently looks up to us quite a bit, I feel like I need to take the time to learn a little bit more about them. So maybe that'll be some more reaction videos I do. Maybe I will find some history and some things about Estonia and start doing reactions to those. That is about it. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. And if you spend time online and social media, please share this video on Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, or wherever you spend your time. I will see you guys in the next video. Later.